Hey everybody, Logan here. Today I'm covering a controller that was sent to me. I originally covered the first variation of this almost a year ago to the date, called the PXN P5. I have that right here. This one I purchased myself on Amazon, and you know what? I wasn't blown out of the water, but I wasn't disappointed. I thought it was a solid controller. It had its issues, but now there's a 8K version. 8K for $40. Yeah, I'm skeptical, but if it's anything like this and promises to be the performance that the box says it should, and so does the website, it might just be worth your money. Now, I know there's a ton of other 8K controllers hitting the market. We first had the Razer Wolverine V3 8K. It's a bit pricey. We have the new G7 Pro 8K, among others, coming out. And, well, people are like, that's a lot of money. Again, $40. So PXN reached out and sent me this one, and I'm like, all right. And once they sent me the email saying, hey, would you want to cover this? I was like, wait, I remember covering the original. I thought it was pretty solid. Let's give it a shot. So today, we're going to unbox this and review it, take a look at some of the specs, see if it's worth it. But hey, 8K for $40, that sounds like a steal. There we go, the P5 8K from PXN, 2.4 gigahertz Bluetooth and wired, wireless gaming controller at 8K. Now, I'm pretty sure that 8K is going to be at wired. I did look at the back, but the dongle never reaches the peak from my experience. Some can, yeah, for sure, but again, I'm skeptical because it's a $40 controller. How can it be so great at such a little price? And you guys know I'm a very big proponent of you get what you pay for. So before we look at the 8K, this was the original. And if you look at it, it looks like an original Xbox One controller. And the sticks were nice. The D-pad was a bit squishy. Everything felt all right. But at that price point, that $30 price point, with 4 flappy paddles in the back, trigger locks, it was a solid option for PC gamers. So now, with the 8K, if you look at it, it tells you pretty much everything that it has right here. 8K a rated chip, 4000 DPI KSG joystick. That's a capacitive joystick, not your standard Hall effect. 4 macro buttons, dual motor control chips, Hall effect trigger, app visible programming. So it does not have HD rumble for those of you asking about that. But if we go look down here, we have a little more expanded features. Built-in 8K chip, we already said that. Equipped with 3rd generation KSG joystick offering 4000 DPI. Independent control trip for left and right motors. Provides ultra-fast start, stop, and realistic vibration feedback. Still standard actuators. 4 macro buttons. 256 level Hall effect triggers. Supports wired, Bluetooth, and 2.4 connection modes compatible with PC, NS, which is Nintendo Switch, Android, and iOS. Honestly, you're probably going to get the best performance out of PC, but to add multi-platform is always a plus. Built-in 1000 mAh lithium battery, built-in 6-axis gyroscope for motion sensing operation. Most people don't use gyro, but you do have that option. The only people I've really seen use it are people that play on Steam Deck, but yeah, most competitive people, from my understanding, don't use it. I don't use it. It just feels gimmicky to me, but hey, it's there if you want it. So otherwise, yeah, that is about it. Where is my knife? Let's open up the bad boy. Okay. So first impression, it feels exactly like this one out of the box. Like, exactly. This one, no, even I would say the same weight. Same squishy style D-pad. Like, it's not terrible. I like the fact that it's quiet. Sticks feel the same. Membrane, everything back here. You still have your 4 flappy paddles. Back here it has, I'm assuming the middle is Bluetooth. That's dongle and that's Nintendo Switch. You have your 2-stage trigger locks. It goes from full pull to half pull. Long press the home button for 5 seconds to unlock. I'm assuming that means to turn on. So, yeah. All right. So you got your sync lights right in the front. That lights up. Very standard controller. My first impressions are the exact same as the standard P5. So the only thing I can really say is, okay, unboxing experience. The thing is, what really matters on this is performance. So let's test it out. Alrighty, so let's go over the gamepad, the stats, because, well, they're already up here and it's verified, so it's going to give you much better than just me testing out right out of the box, just pressing the button a number of times. I think this is definitely, after looking at it, a much more comprehensive way to get specifications for this controller, and I trust Gamepad quite a bit. So let's take a look. It says the PXN P5 8K. It's been verified as of February 7th, 2026. So that was about a little more than a month ago. Wired A+, wireless A. So that is fantastic. But the price range $29 to $45. Like I said, I was seeing it $39.99 pretty much everywhere. So you're looking at that. If you can get it for $29, that is a steal for this controller. So let's go down and look at some of the stick latency, button latency, comparison, switch input. That's where it goes the highest, but your lowest is down here. But we're going to look at these numbers right here. This is, I always say, is the best. Connection cable mode is input, average latency 1.46, and that's fantastic. Polling rate is 6,148.7, so not quite 8K, but it is up there. So your buttons are 1.46 and your stick is 6.12 and your jitter is a 0.2. That's what most people are going to look at. The stick is a little higher than I expected, but one thing I was doing, I checked out a couple of other game controller, gamepad testing sites. They were giving me numbers that were kind of all over the place, and I was like, I'm not really happy with those results. So I was like, let me just check here on Gamepadla and see what the consensus is, and it's significantly different than what I was getting. So it looks better. I was getting numbers like this for the buttons, but the stick is different. So that's the only thing that I was really worried about. I am running it on cable because I wanted the best optimal performance. So when we play, we're going to run cable, Zinput, and we're looking at these kind of numbers. That is solid. But if you go down, you can see Dinput, Zinput, Switch, Zinput, and Switch for Bluetooth, cable, and dongle. Not too shabby. I wouldn't say use it on the Switch at all, honestly. I would say just keep this on PC. Maybe stay away from Bluetooth as well, because Bluetooth gets pretty bad. So dongle, good. But I would say cable and Zinput, or X input. I always say Zinput and Dinput. I know it's X input and D input, but whatever. So let's go down here. That's about what I was seeing. So this is about the same when it comes to dead zones and outer dead zones. That's about right. And the stick centering. Now the stick centering, yeah. I can't say anything here. That's about right. You go down, you can read all about it, and then we're here on the internal membrane. membrane, capacitive sticks. Audio port, no, there's nothing on the bottom. We saw that in the box opening. It does have the Xbox layout, no screen. Asymmetric, meaning Pro style. M3, M4, no M3, M4. I'm assuming is what they're considering the claw buttons. Paddles, you got 4 flappy paddles in the back. Rubberized handles, no. Stick tension, no. Trigger locks, yes. You got, like I said, full and half. Gyroscope, meaning 6-axis or motion controls, yes. NFC support, switch wake up, trigger, no, no, no. Trigger pressing is analog. Charging dock, no. Type C. Firmware support, macros option, mobile software, no dead zone. PC software, no. That's the big thing that gets me. When a controller doesn't have PC software and you have to do it mobile, I kind of just go, because that means I have to disconnect it from my PC, connect it to my phone via Bluetooth, set it up there, bring it back to my PC. No. No. That means most of the time that will not get used. And yes, the controller just shut off. So yeah, those are your platforms: Android, iOS, Mac, Switch. It means you can use it on Switch too. Honestly, I wouldn't. I think this is going to be, again, use this on PC. This is a PC controller. So there you go. All right, so I'm just going to test this on on Quake 2. Honestly, I did not realize that my Game Pass had expired. So all the games that I was normally tested on, yeah. So super smooth, fast. Honestly, it feels okay. To be honest, I'd rather be playing this with a keyboard and mouse. It feels good. It's not... It's no Wolverine V3 8K. It's no G7 Pro. It's okay. For the price, I think you're going to be happy with it. If you want something that can get that high, that might be something to consider if you don't want to spend that much. But again, you get what you pay for. It's an okay controller. I think it's solid for the price. And if you want something, again, that has that 8K possibility and has a bunch of flappy paddles and extra features like trigger locks, this might be your best bet. Otherwise, I wouldn't say no. As you can see, the wheels are processing. Everything's turning. Numbers are crunching. I think it's a solid controller for the price. I think it's a banger. It's good. It's good. I'm gonna say it's good. I'm not going to hate on it. I'm not. I keep processing and thinking about, well, it's a $40 controller that has this kind of performance. I think you might like it. I think you might like it. If you're in the market for a $40, sub $50 8K controller for your PC, this is definitely one to look at. So there you go. What do you guys think? That is my impression of the PXN P5 8K. So again, I was playing it wired. You do have the option of the dongle to play wirelessly, but I would suggest if you're on PC, you're most likely going to be sitting up on your PC. Wireless if you're sitting across the room for some reason, or maybe in the future if you're going to be using it with a Steam machine. Or hey, what if you're playing your Ally or something like that on the TV? Yeah, you could definitely use this, and that might be the best performance out of something like that. So you do have that option. Let me just go. It's no longer blocking my face. But there you go. Got that purple and black aesthetic. You got a little bit of green accents on it. Overall, I think it's a solid controller for the price tag. I think you might like it if this is the, I guess, what you're aiming for with that price tag. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share this video. Thank you, PXN, for sending me a review unit of the 8K. And I'm appreciative, and I hope you guys found this video helpful. Thanks again. Again, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share this video. God bless each and every one of you. Like we always say, be legendary. Thanks again.